Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we are going to be looking at Fuma's SBCs freeze SBCs that are available. Now, I'm just assuming that freeze is totally replacing Footmas, because the way that they've done freeze is that we got team 1 in packs, and then ever since then we're still getting daily SBCs. If you look on the main menu, we've got daily SBCs coming. Today is going to be a Leipzig player. Yesterday was Kenny Lala. Day after is going to be a French striker. Then we have a Wolfsburg player. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about the freeze SBCs and kind of like the disappointing part about this promo, because I haven't made really a video talking about the players as a whole, and I wanted to do that. So obviously, let me know what you think, and let's get into it. So when we take a look at it, I'm trying to go to players only for freeze. So the biggest issue that I have is that most of the players on the freeze have huge dislike to like ratios. I mean, even Adama Traore, who a lot of people are hyping up at center back, left back, right back, or center mid, has a 70% dislike rate compared to 30%. Now, the biggest issue that I have is we have cards like this where you have Kenny Lala coming out at 120,000 coins for this card. We had other SBCs earlier in the year like Alessandrini for 90K, 100K. We got 3-star. It's not totally a usable card. Then we have Traore. Then we have Gnabry. Gnabry's actually a decent card, but again, 240,000 coins is a lot, but it is a decent card when you think about some of the other price point releases and market value. I think Gnabry wouldn't be so cheap on the market. I don't know if he's going to be more than 400, but I don't think he's less than 200. So this one is a little more understandable. It's still a little expensive in my eyes. But yeah, Jesus Navas, 160K. I mean, it's a good card, but it's high medium work rates. Politano was decent. Bisaka was almost 400K. I think just looking at it in terms of the SBC releases, now we have some that expired as well. It's just been underwhelming. It's just been really underwhelming, and I think it shows because if you go on FIFA 21 players and you look up right now, like I think if you probably looked up like order by popularity, like on flipping the most disliked players, that's out of the top 7, 5 of them are freeze cards on Footman. I mean, Oxlade's the most overpriced SBC I've ever seen in my life. For this card for 470K is crazy. But yeah, it's like it's really crazy. It's actually funny how everybody's disliking Varane because of his auto blocks. But it's too much, man. A lot of these cards are coming out to just be way too much. Like in a previous Footmas or freeze, I would expect this Gaia to probably be like 30K. I don't think he would be worth a lot. And my comparison, it stems from, if we go back and look at older Footmases, right? Specifically, let's start with FIFA 18. All right, so this Raja Nainggolan was like a game-breaking, end-breaking, game-over card. If this was released in today's game, I'm telling you, it would have been 500K. At the time, this came out to be 280K. And this even, I remember to this day, this Nainggolan was like an SBC that people were like, whoa, he's too much. He's too much. But here was the thing with the SBCs, right? His inform was 430K. So EA actually gave you a discount to do the SBC. It's 270K. It was about half the price. And in my eyes, to go untradeable, guys, that's what it should be. To go untradeable with SBCs, in my eyes, that's what it should be. Okay, here's a Koscielny, right? Super meta prime center back. We take a look right now at Wan-Bissaka, 400K. This card came out to be French links, Premier League links, 140K. So the prices are just, the player selection, the prices used to be way better. Gini Wijnaldum, right? Like this card is genuinely comparable to Player Moments Oxlade-Chamberlain, right? And this card was amazing. I had him 40K. Like 40K for this linkability, for this type of player. And so when I take a look at these things, I'm like, wow, Footmas used to be a lot better. Now, yes, you still had overpriced players. Danny Rose, 80K. But yeah, look, Fabinho, 37K. I mean, we're talking League One, meta CDM. And instead, this year we get right mid Kenny Lala with 3-star. Nobody knows what to do with him. And I think this needs to be said, that the players used to be a lot better that were coming out, and the price points used to be a lot better. The price points were still always a miss sometimes, but genuinely, if you look at it, most of these players came out to be a decent price point. Now, yes, Gigi Buffon, 120K. What's going on there, right? But Jamie Vardy, 100 and, 100. Let me zoom this in for you guys. Jamie Vardy came out to be 182K. Zlatan, right? This was, yes, he was slow, but this was a big card that came out, 125K. I mean, none of these SBCs were, yes, some were overpriced, but a Timo Werner Famous, 123K. Thomas Meunier, right? Just a genuine, simple right back, 20K. Musa, Leicester City striker, Prem striker, 70K, a little overpriced. Jesse Lingard, Cam in the Prem, 40K. Paulinho, very nice Barcelona midfield card, 110K. Cheaper card here. Look at this, Prem center back Van Dijk. This card was unbelievable in this game. Set 90K. 90K, but this is before untradables. 90,000 coins. I'm like, Wan-Bissaka was 420K. I mean, like, I just use that for that you could have done for half the price of Wan-Bissaka, a Koscielny and a Van Dijk. It's just crazy, right? Jordi Alba a little bit overpriced. Cheaper options though. Luis Muriel, 14K. Cheeky little La Liga striker. Buffal. I think this card might have 5-star skills. Maybe not, but still, nice little winger. Ander Herrera, right? Box-to-box Prem center mid, 15K. Mkhitaryan a little bit more expensive. Julian Draxler a little expensive. Not the best cards overall, right? Like some of these cards are not great, but center back in the Prem, really meta card in FIFA 18. Azpilicueta, very, very nice card there. Serge Gnabry, 20K, a little cheeky card. So Antonio, Prem striker, 60K, a little overpriced, but you guys get the point. And then if we go ahead and look at FIFA 19, the trend kind of continues, right? We have some really, really good cards available here. Isco, a little bit overpriced. But again, like really good Prem right back, right? Really, really, really good Prem right back in the game and was 90K. Boateng, really solid center back option. And at the time, I remember that everybody was like, wow, that SBC is so overpriced, right? Even at 158K, at the time, this was overpriced. But relative, and now looking back on it, I don't know if as many people would be complaining. Prem left back option, Van Aanholt, 41,000 coins. Thiago Silva, a little bit overpriced. Coutinho, a little bit overpriced, 140K. Matuidi was a great card that came out. This was an amazing card in FIFA 19. De Bruyne, right? 570K. It's a lot of coins, but great card that came out and super, super usable. I remember it, man. It was a super usable card that had dropped at the time. I think we also had more up here. Yeah, Rodrigo, right? 120K, a little bit much. Kovacic, a little bit much. And look, you guys got to get it right with me. FIFA 19 Footmas was one of the worst Footmas's ever. It really was. Now, when I look at these Footmas cards, I'm like, wow, even though this was the worst Footmas ever, you still had some options that were a little bit better, I feel like, than this year's game. And that's where we're going wrong. Even Firmino, 170K, very, very good card. Rashford, left wing, 130K. So there was definitely some options that were really decent. A center forward, Zaha, right? 70K. Lucas Torreira, 27K. This card also got a winter upgrade. Papu Gomez, 80K. I just felt like the pricing used to be a lot better. And I think my biggest reason in terms of why I'm making this video currently is this Lala SBC yesterday. Because I did a review on this Lala, man, and I was just like, what are we doing, man? Like, what are we doing here, EA? I don't understand, because we have a right mid in Alessandrini that came out a little while back, and now we're getting a right mid in this Kenny Lala with 3-star, 3-star high medium, but this one confused me, man, because this card came out at 130K, and I feel like every SBC right now that EA is releasing is 150K plus. Like, literally every one. If we go ahead and look on Flippin', let's see, filters, players only, and we could even do expired, because I want to see the expired ones that just expired recently. We got to probably go down to the bottom, though. Actually, if I did players only, it'll probably pop up. But yeah, I mean, I think, look, Gaia was the cheapest one, I feel like, right? Leon Bailey was how much? 120K, right, for a right wing. It's not a great, it's an okay card, but it's not a 120K card. Fullback, 130K. Like, Marquinhos to this point has really been the only good SBC that's been released during freeze. I would say. And usually most other Footmas's, freeze promos, these types of things, I feel like we're always getting at least like 4 to 6 really solid players. When I go ahead and I look at my older clubs, I'll probably have at least every Footmas, like 5+ cards from Footmas. And it's different this year, man. Like, we still have another week, but I also don't like that we got the options minimized, right? And like now we're only getting one a day. And I don't know if EA is trying to like put an aggregate of all 3 of the player prices together into one like they used to do, because we used to get 3 players a day, and you usually had a cheap, a middle, and an expensive option. Whereas now we just kind of have this middle to expensive option, which I don't know, man. I don't really mess around with it, guys. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it from EA side of things. I mean, yeah, as of right now, I think I probably have 2 freeze cards. I think I did Nabry, who I did with Fodder, right? I did Nabry, and then I also have Marquinhos. But I don't know if it's going to get much bigger than that. I mean, Balassi was the objective that I had got, right? And I'll definitely be getting the Volin card. So at least I guess you have objectives to go with it, but it's disappointing to say the least that I really have to sit here and make this video, because we are going up. We are going up in FIFAs, right? We should not be going downwards in terms of pricing and content. I just think a lot of these cards right now are designed by EA to get you guys to spend your coins before Team of the Year. I think that's what they're doing. I think they're trying to release a player SBC every day that's about 150K and start to take your coins off the market before Team of the Year, and then force you to buy packs or force you to do something of that nature. That's kind of what it's feeling like to me, and I'm not in love with that. I'm not loving that. Last thing, I'm gonna always say this while I can. And look, I don't know if this is gonna get anywhere with anything, but just while we're on the state of maybe making a video like this, the rewards need to be updated like desperately. I'm not even playing Weekend League anymore because they're actually so bad. Right now, objectives are, and I don't have a problem with it, but other people do. Objectives are better than playing Weekend League. That's a fact. There's nothing you can deny about that. You're getting guaranteed better players than you're going to get from your rewards. But also, one or two things needs to happen. Let's say we only have in this team of the week like 7 good players. Okay, there needs to be an 81 plus limit so you have something worth it to play for on Weekend League. Or EA just needs to grow a pair. They really do. They need to grow a set of balls and just change it from team of the week to promo cards. One of the two, because either way, you're going to increase your amount of users playing Weekend League no matter what. So it should be a win-win because your community will be happier, and you will have more people playing. That's really the reality, right? That's the other thing I want to add in. And I think I'm getting tired of it because there's no reason to play right now, Weekend League. So, yeah. All right, that's the video today, man. Peace.